This is what most people end up doing. They take a light concealer and then they blend it. And then they keep blending and blending and blending. But when they turn their face around, their eye bag looks even worse. Now, usually most people think if there's darkness, they need to use a bright concealer. It sort of makes sense because you're trying to get rid of the darkness. But you've also got to remember that puffy eyes is just not darkness. It's a combination of volume and also the shadow that's falling underneath. Now, your puffiness is already catching the light. And if you're going and applying a bright concealer on top, you're adding more light to it. And that'll just bring the puffiness forward. On some days, I get a very puffy eye. And now you can see where that shadow is naturally falling. That's what actually making your eye bag stand out a lot more. So first, depending on the darkness that you've got, I want you to choose a color corrector. Since the corner of my eyes are slightly darker today, I'm going in with my Mango Corrector from Huda Beauty. Just applying it there. Since the shadow over here is not so dark, I'm going in with Peach. And I'm just applying a small amount just there. So basically what I'm trying to say is you're supposed to apply your corrector right where that hollow shadow is. And now we're just going to blend out that corrector, focusing mostly on where the darkness is. Now I like to do this step where I don't want my corrector and concealer to mix together. So I take a fluffy taper brush. This one is from Sigma. I'm going in with my Givenchy pressed powder and just with light pressure, I'm setting the corrector. You can see this puffy part here and we've got this hollow bit here. I'm going in with my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Concealer. We're going to be applying it only on the hollow and not on that puffiness. And just here. Again, you do not want to apply too much. Otherwise, it's going to look very heavy underneath the eye. What I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to reduce that contrast that you can see between that shadow and this raised puffy area. I hope it helped.